Yo, what's up everybody? We're back out here in the garden and checking on tomatoes. Just wanted to show everybody the growth that's happened since we pruned them up. Kind of go over, obviously there's been some more growth since then too, so I'll just do like what I'm going to do is just kind of brief you right here and then just flip the camera around, and then that way I can explain things without having to do a voiceover or moving the camera around too much. So just kind of going to give you an update on the garden, what all is growing, what my customers will be getting in their crop boxes this week, and really just everything's kind of going wild. I think that turnips are definitely probably about ready here. Well, maybe not that one, but I know that some of them are getting pretty close. So we'll go through, double check all those pots. But otherwise everything's growing pretty great. And first thing I did want to show you over here is all these tomatoes that are growing in these are root trappers. So this is a product that we don't carry at A.M. Leonard currently, but definitely looking into it. And then over here we have root pouches. But I was kind of like wondering, like, man, why are these growing so much better? As far as like the tomatoes, and they are different. I think some of them are a different variety, the ones down here, but also in these things, and it could be the pots, but even the root pouches are doing good back here. So, and then I remembered that we actually did put the Harvest Gold Silica Sands in those. So I think that's why, like this one back here, or this one right here especially, it's just really upright with its growth. Whereas like a lot of these over here are kind of like leaning. There's a big sucker growing right out of that guy. So just pinch that out and we'll pick that up. But as you can see, and I'm just gonna actually go away from what I thought I was gonna do, because I thought I was gonna be zooming in and kind of doing some harvesting of some root pouches or some turnips. So I'm just gonna kind of flip it around, just show you what is going on here. All right, and here's the golden raspberries over here. So you can see there's a lot. All those flowers have finally turned into fruit. If I remember right, like last year, I don't know if the fruit set this early or not. I'd have to go back and like check pictures and stuff, but everything looks pretty good. We got a lot of, really dense canopy over here. And then as far as, so that one's the golden berries. Over here we have the red, the Boyne raspberries. So we're definitely not going to have as much, fruit activity going on over here. It's going to be mainly from, if I remember right, it's just a floricane bearing bush. So basically it's going to produce flowers and fruit on the year-old wood, whereas like all of this stuff growing in here is what you'd call a primocane, which is in its first year of growth. So prime 1, first year of growth. So that's what the majority of this is down here, and then you'll get to like your more mature stuff. So basically all of this next year, like obviously we're gonna have to thin it out at some point. I think there's enough breathability in the canopy that we'll leave it, for now. But definitely like in the winter, we'll be thinning this guy out. And then if we come over here, look at that. Got not a ton of blackberries, but we just have one bush here. We need to get this guy supported for sure. And then that's a blackberry flower right there, and it's like such a beautiful flower. It's like something you really never see. And then I like the leaves too, because it like kind of looks like a thumbprint. So like the blackberry bush plant fruit, whatever, is kind of like more intriguing the more and more I learn about it. So I can't wait to grow these things like on a really large scale. Between that and raspberries, I think we'll have a good good turnout. And really, everything that we're growing is kind of turning out well. As you can see, the garlic leaves are starting to die off a little bit, so that means we're getting close to harvest. You can see everything is just packed in here. So we got garlic, and then we've got tomatoes in with the garlic, because that's going to be harvested soon. So we'll probably throw down some cucumbers in here. And then over here we finally got some salad or some lettuce coming up, and then obviously it's surrounded by tomatoes. Got some cilantro planted out last week, and then up, just going up here, we've just got onions, and then those are the turnips. So I think the onions, we're going to start harvesting some of these for green onions, if the bulbs aren't too big, and you know, that'll kind of help add a little more variety to our CSA, you know, veggie box customers. And you know, some of the herbs are getting really close. You know, I planted some of those out really late, but this is the cool thing right here, is like, as far as the herbs, is the purple basil. I'm trying to think if there's like a specific name for it. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Peppers look like they were kind of took a beating. I need to get these guys staked up. Took a little beating from the watering it just gave them. And then coming over here, we've got bok choy, and you know, unfortunately, you can see just tons of pest damage, and it's been like a really bad summer so far. There's a lot of been a lot of water, a lot of rain, so I need to get that situation under control. You know, some of these tender leafy greens have just been getting hammered with it. Like over here, I thought that planting this basil in the middle of it would help deter some of the pests, and you see I just, you know, there's like bugs flying everywhere when I do that, but there's these teeny tiny holes in the leaves. So I had to scrap this whole first harvest of arugula. We had 4 root pouches with it, and then we've got 2 of these pouches with the bok choy, and it's just, you know, completely eaten up. So everything else is doing fine from the looks of it. So what I'm gonna do kind of to remedy that situation is just keep up on my spraying, you know, make sure to do it in between. There's a radish that never had a chance because the weather's just been weird here. We had 90 degrees the other day, you know, last week, I think it was. So that was like, you know, for 5 days or whatever. So a lot of stuff bolted, like these radishes, you know, they never really had a chance. So, you know, there's some more stuff that's kind of going to waste. But, you know, that's kind of the game you play. And, you know, it's just been a weird year. Like, got everything planted out a little late. But, you know, a lot of stuff is doing really well. So you just have to kind of look at the positives, and that's what we're doing here. You know, and I'm just happy with the support we're getting from everybody, you know, more than anything. You know, I think that's like the best thing. But yeah, there we go. We get some more. So yeah, this is cool though. This is good to see. Like, you know, I just pruned all these guys up by removing these suckers. I'm going to remove those that are growing. And this is for indeterminate tomatoes. So when you know, purchase your seeds, you're going to see like if it's determinate or indeterminate. Determinate's more of a bush variety. Indeterminate is going to grow tall like a vine. So if you prune it and train it right, you know, you're going to increase your height, your flowering, you know, which increases how much fruit you're going to get. So, you know, it's kind of cool, you know, cool little process to watch. And, you know, I like kind of being involved in the growing phase. So, you know, that's the main thing for me is that I like about tomatoes is they do take some care, which like sounds weird. You know, you kind of think some people like want, you know, are looking more for like profit over like work, but I would rather like have it be more of like a craft, you know, like an art and a science, and you know, just kind of go from there. So that's kind of the state of the garden. So you know, I'm just gonna get working on some stuff. Actually, let's go over here, let's pull up a turnip, let's see what they're looking like right now. Not quite ready. I don't think it's quite ready. I want to try to eat it, but it's got a lot of dirt on it. It's not too bad. It's a little spicy, so might be another. Ooh, it's kind of weird taste. I don't know if I've eaten that much of it before, but I'm trying to think what it tastes like almost like soft soap, like liquid hand soap mixed with dirt, and yeah, yeah, it's like you didn't wash your hands well enough and then you went to go eat like a carrot. Pretty good description right there. So I think we'll close out the episode like that. But thanks for watching in. If you have any questions on gardening, feel free to shoot me a comment. Message on any platform. I'll be happy to help. But thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate it.